God bless you, global Christian friends. This is Bishop Young again, and we're getting right back into these things which saith, He that holdeth the seven stars in his right hand, who shall have that tremendously huge rainbow strewn across the sky from east to west to usher his presence into the sky reality. He says in verse 1, I walk in the midst of the golden candlesticks. And we've made that quite clear about the golden candlesticks. We didn't, but he did. And he said to the angel or to the star, I know thy works. Now take a look at this now. And thy labor, and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil. And thou hast tried them which say they are apostles, and are not, and has found them liars. Now think about that statement. I think you may want to go to 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, for some leverage. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3 says, since you seek a proof of Christ speaking in me, and that is a most powerful suggestion, but that is okay. It is okay to seek the proof of Christ speaking in this ministry and speaking so that you may be able to understand. But look at that verse that teaches and tells us about the Lord. I want to say one thing first of all, that when you are under the guise of knowing in part, you cannot have the whole revealed unto you. But it says, when that which is perfect is come, then you are able to understand all things of God. And that's what you want to do. You want to be in the position to understand all the things of God that he gives for his children, so that they may not be covered over, but that they may be revealed the way that Jesus said in Mark 4:22. We began to understand and see and know. On one occasion, the apostle gave the signs of an apostle. And you must be able to know the signs of the apostle and how God is able to minister and to submit signs unto them. And I want to make this quite clear, and I think you will understand it better when you understand the principles of the doctrines of Christ and know what the principles of the doctrines are. Then are you able to know those of the true apostles of Christ, and you are able to find them liars. And finding them liars as we would go off into 2 Corinthians chapter 2, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, and verse 12. It says there, truly the signs of an apostle are wrought among you in all patience, in signs and wonders and mighty deeds. Now that's 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 12. Letting you understand that truly the signs of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience. 1, in signs, 2, and wonders, 3, and mighty deeds, number 4. Now, if these things are not approved of God, and you don't know these things to be approved of God, whether they are here on earth or whether they are there above. And you must understand that nature which exists above, particularly among the angels, that governs the churches on earth. And it is not difficult for he who ever liveth, having the key of death, having the key of hell, having such sizable dimensions, far above those of the stars, and him to say, and it's very, very important that you understand the things, whether they are found to be a liar here on earth or in heaven. We know that in heaven there was war once upon a time. And we saw, and that's found in this book here as well, chapter 12, we found that there are many things that are to be revealed directly from heaven through this great book that the Lord is giving us to be able to uncover, so that the saints may be able to know what the Lord wants them to understand in this end time, because the time is at hand, and the time is very short. And God wants these things to be known. Now, look further in verse 3. You have borne, you have had patience, and we've just said one of the signs of the apostles is patience. In 12:12 for 2 Corinthians, you have had patience for my name's sake, has labored, and has not fainted. It's very, very, very important that you understand that there is no fainting with God. God himself made that statement quite clear when he himself said, I fainted not. And he have the desire that you should not faint. But he said, nevertheless, I have something against you, because you left your first love. Thou left thy first love. Now, getting over into that understanding, going over into the dominion where the first love was, and understand this, here on earth as well as in heaven. And I want to make it quite clear that when we speak of heaven, we're not just speaking of the heaven that's going to pass away. And we will continue this in the next portion